Power 98.3, 101.9 for the East Valley. Good morning. This is the Crisco Kid Block Party. All right. Psychic medium Sandra Logan is joining us. Let me put this beat behind us because I don't want it to be too down.
Okay, yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit because we're going to talk about the last call, Mauricia. Thank you once again for sharing your story with us. Mauricia's friend had committed suicide. And Sandra, when we're talking about suicide, one thing that I've learned over the almost 10 years working together with you, and you changed my viewpoint on suicide. Whether whether you're Catholic, maybe you're Buddhist, maybe you're Jewish. I mean, I don't know what your faith is. There's so many faiths, there's so many religions here. But the way the spiritual world, and based on our conversations, what have you learned or what have you discovered on suicide as the escape or the way or a different viewpoint on death?
Okay, well, I will tell you first, I love James von Prague, and he said something that is so true, and if you think about it, applies to this, and that is that we are a soul living a human experience. We are not a human living a soul experience,
yes,
okay?
Yes, yeah.
So this human body's like just a garbage bag. We throw it away. We dispose of it. It's not important. There is nothing you can do to this human body that touches the soul. The soul is perfect. It's untouchable, okay? So when our soul decides to leave here, and we know, like when your grandmother starts giving all her stuff away and then she dies, okay? We know, our soul knows. But our body says, no, I'm not getting out of here. I like this, So it argues with its soul. But the soul is going to win because it's the essence of who we are, okay?
Right.
So we have to get out of here. So how are we going to do it? Are you going to walk out with this body and keep breathing and thinking and what have you? No, you're not. You got to get rid of the clothes, of the things that you're carrying that soul around with, okay?
Right.
So we dispose of it. But how do we do that? We have to create an illness, or we have to create an accident, or we just take our own life. Because we know that at September 28th at 6:45, our soul knows it better be on that train and out of here because it's getting ready to take another trip.
So at that point, these are your body gets the messages or gets the voice of the soul speaks to the body and is like, hey, you may not know why. You remember when they say, for some reason, I felt like it was going to be the last day I saw him.
Exactly.
But you never know. And then even leaving the house, you knew like maybe you might be in an accident, whether you survived or not. You just had a feeling that something was going to happen.
Exactly.
And you're saying that. I know I got goosebumps right there too.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. That's the soul telling the body like, hey, it might be a good day to check out.
Exactly. And like I said, the soul's always going to win because it's pure. And it's like someone dying or being murdered or whatever. The bottom line is the soul actually, and I feel like they've proven medically, because you and I have talked about this, that the body gets lighter by so many ounces the moment of death. That's the soul, I think, escaping from the body. So sometimes it even leaves before the body quits. I had a doctor say one time, his soul, I feel like, is not there, but his heart is a strong heart because he's a young man. He was someone that committed suicide. And he said his heart's not giving up. But his soul, he said, I just feel like there's this great energy over here already kind of looking down and going, oh, would you hurry up? My train's late.
Yeah.
I want to get on it.
You made me late all my human body life. You ain't making me late for the spiritual world.
There you go. There you go.
All right.
That's a fact.
All right.
And so I think that the judgment, and of course, judgment is a horrible thing, and we all do it. I don't care what your religion is. We all judge in one way or another. And so the judgment on someone that has left is sad because it's not that. It's just that we found, the Lexus came by, the Volkswagen went by, we wanted to pass it up. The Lexus came by and we said, hey, that's going to get us there on time. Let's go. So we do it.
Yeah.
And the body dies. It dies. Nothing is in your body that goes on to the other side. There's no hate. There's no anger. It's pure love. That's all it is. And that's what it connects with us when it's dead. After it's gone and the soul goes to the light, the soul connects with your soul.
Right.
So when you feel your grandmother next to you or something, it's your energy of your soul that she's connecting to because she doesn't have a body.
It's not the human form at all.
No, this doesn't exist anymore. So
you may have not heard this explanation before, and that's why we're here for, just to open you up a little bit, the different way to view things.